everyone, I'm Megan. Welcome back to my homestead. Today is October 31st. Happy Halloween. I wanted to share with you something that I'm going to be doing for the month of November, and that is a pantry challenge. You can follow along, of course, by subscribing to my channel, or if you wanted to join in on your own pantry challenge, you could do so by using the hashtags Pantry Challenge and No Spend November. You can do that here on YouTube or whatever social media works for you. Feel free to tag me. I'd love to see what you guys are doing too. So I guess first question, what is a pantry challenge? I've participated in pantry challenges before, and essentially it's when you don't go to the grocery store for a set amount of time. I've previously participated with Three Rivers Homestead. She typically does a pantry challenge every year in January and February. And I've done that a few years in a row, and I even posted some about it on my YouTube channel last year. There's some of my first videos, so you can certainly scroll back in the channel and check those out if they're of interest to you. Or if you want to see a much more established person go about their pantry challenge, you could check out Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead, or even The Happy Homestead. I'll link these guys down below. They are channels that I found throughout the pantry challenge and really enjoyed seeing how they were managing that on their homesteads. And you don't need to be on a homestead to participate. Maybe you have a pantry and a freezer full of food like I do, and you just want to get through or even just save some money. So I found these pantry challenges to be extremely helpful when I'm following back on convenience foods, or maybe just spending a little bit too much money at the grocery store. I've certainly been indulging in a lot of takeout lately and not really been focusing on what's already here in the house. So I think this is going to be a good little reset and a good little way to save up some money before December, which never hurts with Christmas coming up. So we've just been finishing up in the growing season here in Nova Scotia. I am sitting beside a pile of peppers behind me, and on my island in front of me I've got tomatoes and pumpkins and tomatillos and peppers and a huge mountain of apples from our CSA. So I want to focus on using the items that I have here, making sure that I'm either eating them fresh or preserving them for the winter, and just kind of reducing the food waste overall here on the homestead. I think we do a pretty good job about that, but I must admit sometimes it's hard to get back into the routines of how to use these items. It's just kind of one of the things about eating seasonally. I need to change from my summer habits into my fall and winter habits for food, and that transition sometimes for me is just a little awkward. So for this pantry challenge, how am I going to be doing this? I'm going to be doing this by not going to a traditional grocery store, Costco, or my local general store at all throughout this challenge. I am still going to be continuing to pick up my weekly CSA that has already been paid for, so I'm not spending that in November. And that includes a meat, fruit, and veggie share. And when I'm there, I'm going to allow myself a small budget for dairy, since I don't have dairy here on the homestead. And it's not something that I feel that I can store for the full month. I'm going to be allowing myself to buy milk, yogurt, and sour cream, and I don't anticipate purchasing anything additional. I did just stock up on some cheese at Costco this week, and that's going to last for the month. I might even throw some of that in the freezer just to be safe, if I have space in the freezer. One of the reasons we're doing this challenge. So yeah, I'm just going to be picking up my CSA and any dairy products that I need at our local Noggins location where we pick up our Taproot CSA. And hopefully we'll be able to free up some space in the freezer. Usually this time of year we're actually buying a full beef or a half a beef or a hog, and I don't have room to even consider that at the moment. So I really am excited to dig deep into the freezer, see that what we have in there that we've not been using and how we can use those in meals over the next month. I trust that I'm not going to run out. I'm still going to have lots to do and participate when the Three Rivers Homestead Challenge comes up in January and February. I'm not putting myself through and extending this through December because I know there's going to be specialty items that I will want to purchase for Christmas. And there's always, such a busy season, lots of takeout in December. So I'm hoping that this reset will help us through November and help us get ready for our Three Rivers Challenge in January and February. So if you want to follow along, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to do your own, let me know in the comments below where I can find that, and use the hashtags NoSpendNovember and Pantry Challenge. I'll catch you guys in the next one.